Hello everybody and welcome into Emily's Upcycled Home. I hope you guys are all having a beautiful Wednesday. If you are new to me, give me a comment down below. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you are watching that replay, you guys, give me a hashtag replay down in the comments. Thank you guys all for being here. And when you're in, just give me a hi. Hi. I don't know what I'm doing. On. I'm gonna go ahead and share myself out and then we'll get started soon as people pop in. It's gonna take a minute. My feed is always a lagger. So I'm gonna share you guys into some of the groups. Hello, Lynn. How are you? Let me see. I'm going to tag a few people because I know some of the people have been saying they have not been getting some of the notifications. So let's do it this way until Facebook gets their little act together. Just gonna go down the list, whoever comes up. All right, let me see, because okay, so I tagged a few people. Let's see if that helps everybody out. Kind of have you guys in a different position. I'm hoping I'm able to see comments a little bit better. You're good. I'm glad to hear that. Alrighty. So I know originally thought we're gonna I'm gonna do this piece. I'm not quite sure if we're gonna do it today after all, because I did post a video about a jar I did, and I know there was a lot of questions about that, because you know I just put the music on it thinking that it's pretty like if you watched a live before, you've seen it, or if you've seen somebody else do it, it's like a little bit more self-explanatory. But I think we're gonna hold off on this and we're gonna go ahead and use these beautiful prints. And I found this jar here in my home. I did make a lid for it. We'll see if we use that lid, but this is just a little jar, and we're gonna use these labels and of course some muslin cloth. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up a little bit since it's wasn't part of the plan here, but we're just gonna go ahead and continue on. Hello, Ruby, how are you? And thanks for sprinkling. What I had in here was just like bars of soap in my bathroom. So it's these are cute things too to create. Just create a little lid. Jean, hello. Out of wood round. This is basically the lid I made out of a wood round. Put it upside down, and then you add just a cute little knob. And you guys know I like that vintage, cottagey, rustic, shabby kind of vibe. So that's what we went for. But we're gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up. And of course, this is probably not gonna take me that long. So we'll go ahead and move on into the other project as well. All right, you guys, let me just wipe this down. Okay, so I came in with just whatever jar of choice, and you guys know this, the fabric jars are great for those pasta jars that have that etching that says ragu or prego on there, that they just messes up with that. Hello, BNL DIY Creations. Drop your name. I'll try to remember that. So the fabric jars are great for that style to cover up, but we're just going to use this jar. This is you guys, I used to eat like jars of peanut butter but I did that natural one, so this is the jar it came on. Hello, Karen, how are you? And the other question is, what was I putting on the jar? And the jar that, because I'm using fabric, and this tight bond quick and thick tends to stick better with the fabric, fast hold, and I don't have to play with it so much. So that's why I'm going to come in with a tight bond to seal it, to put it on the jar. The Wooden Homestead, hello, and how are you? So this is what I was using in that video. It's just a tight bond quick and thick. And if you go under that video or the reel I posted, all the listings that we used on the piece, I went ahead and went back and put links. I answered questions and all that. The other thing, we're just gonna come in with some muslin, and this one's not, it's just plain old muslin like this. And we're gonna go ahead and just use that Fab Tack glue, well, quick and thick glue, and put our first layer on here. And I like to go up above the rim as well. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna kind of measure this and see where I need to rip it. And then we'll go from there, you guys. How is everybody doing today? I forgot to turn on my fan. Good morning, Kim Stacy. How are you, gal? You guys hop in, just give me a hi. If you're new to me, welcome in. Let me know where you are watching from. Okay. And I'm going to rip it the long way. So this basically is what you use on your piece here. Let me turn on this fan. Okay, so this is more of, when I do primitive, I'm more of a cottage primitive. Lace comes in and all that stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right. So I'm hoping comments hold up. So all I'm gonna do is, instead of Mod Podge, I'm gonna use my quick and thick. And we are just gonna plop that on there and brush it on. It's the best way. Hello, Jen. How are you this morning? Hello, Jody. Welcome in. Okay, try to soak this brush because it gets kind of crazy. So you want a designated brush, you guys. Don't use a bunch of different brushes. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add that. And if it's too thick for you guys can add a little bit of water to it. But we are just gonna start like this. And if you guys can do the bottom if you want. I didn't do the bottom, but what I will do is go ahead and just paint the bottoms. Then I'm just going to attach. Yeah, you got to test your comments. I don't know. I hope they get it situated, Jen, because it's just not fun at all. Not fun. Hello, Lolita Lopez. How are you? So then I just go ahead and, you guys can also use Mod Podge if you want. I just feel like, see how this is already stuck on there? That's what I like when I do this jar. And because it's such a slick surface, I think it just helps it better. So like I said, if you guys need to add a little bit of water, you can go ahead and dip your paintbrush, add that in. That'll help you smooth out your piece. Kind of did, I don't know, I thought I measured this good, but guess not. I'm just gonna go ahead and trim off that excess. Just hopped on. Yes, I decided to do one of these because I had a lot of questions on that video, Lolita. And what I use is just a tight bond, quick and thick. You can also use your this is just wood glue. You can also use your Mod Podge, but for me, I just feel the quick and thick gives me a faster hold. It's more tacky, so I don't have to work with it so much. So once I have it on there, it's pretty on there. I'm gonna go ahead and do And you guys, once again, this is just simple muslin. You guys, I put a version that I buy the bulk because, you know, I do coffee stain muslin as well, which I'm getting ready to do a new batch coming up soon. And then I did one that has a smaller amount, just so that, you know, if you don't want to get the bulk version, you could get the smaller version. But if you're someone who uses a lot of muslin in your crafting, it's probably more bang for your buck with the other one. You're welcome. You guys, ask any questions you want. I'm not afraid of questions. I will give you as much information I can because I want you guys to be able to do these projects. And I know a lot of my projects have to do with upcycle things that are just things you won't be able to get on your own. But the thing about that, the techniques are similar and you can use them on whatever it is you want. Okay, so see how stuck that is? It's already like a second skin. We're gonna go ahead and rinse my brush here a few times so that we could get. Lynn is watching. Lynn, I try to tag you because I know you were saying that you didn't see comments or notifications. Hello, Dallas. Come on in, gal. All right. So this is what we got, you guys. So this is the, once again, just plain simple muslin and your Tide Bond and whatever jar you choose. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Hello, Giselle. How are you, my gal? Okay. And then for me, I like to put on my label next. Actually, no, not going to. Actually, yes. And like I said, I'm more like a cottage vibe. So I think I'm going to use one of these. You guys can get these free printables. I will put them in the comments as well. And I think I'm leaning towards the rose one. But since I always do roses, let's go ahead and go with the zinnias label here. You guys know me and my roses. So I'm just going to cut them out, and you guys can use these on seed packs as well if you wanted to. And for this, I just come in with my Mod Podge. You guys see me looking for it, right? Hi, Kim. And I'm just going to layer that on the back and bring in my rusty, crusty brush here. And then we're just gonna go ahead and add that. And you know there's a seam here, so I'm gonna make sure I put that in the back. And I'm pretty sure I got too much on here. Okay. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add my label to the front. You see how you have to apply a little bit more Mod Podge? That's what I'm talking about. With the glue, I don't have to do that because it's sticky and tacky. Okay. So then I got my little zinnia piece on. And you guys, for my rags, I like to dry out my little, my wipies, because then it gives me a dry rag to use. Hello, Melody. Kim, let me go ahead and see. Good morning. I'm going to go ahead and see comments, make sure I'm telling everybody good morning. So, hi, Cheryl. How are you, my gal? Dallas, Upcycled Karen, Lynn B, welcome. Giselle, Jen, Lolita, Karen. I think I got everybody. I missed a few of you guys, but pretty sure. But oh, Jody. Welcome in, Jody. How are you? Ruby, Kim, got you. Little snow angel girl. What are you going to do with there's no snow now? Linda, welcome in, Linda. The Wooden Homestead, welcome in. BNL, Sandra Evans, Lee James. Jean, welcome in. Hello. All right, you guys, I think I got everybody. Yeah, I'm seeing comments, and I'm seeing comments on both phones, Jen. So cross your fingers, you get those. Now here is our bottle so far, and you guys, fabric on bottles is my new favorite. Now, I'm using coffee grunge, and I'm using this in a plastic bottle. But what I do, you guys, is when I don't feel like mixing my own, the cutest little thing has her cute little jars of her grubby goodness, and all you do is add water. I have my jar over there too. And then, but if you want to just get the refill and you want the color that I'm using to be precise, like I have here, you can just get the refill from her. Message her at the cutest little things, that is Andrea, and you can just get the refill and get your own little jars, fill up your little bucket with your water, maybe even buy 2 packs and fill up a whole piece, you know what I mean? It's gonna go a long ways because there's so much sediment at the bottom after you use it that you get to just add more water, and it'll look different, but it's still a good thing. You planted zinnia seeds last week and they're already germ. Girl, I wish I had that green thumb. I do not. Everything I get doesn't make it. It's either I'm one of those, I'm gonna give you too much love, or I'm not gonna give you enough love on my flowers. So either you thirsty or you over drinking. But oh, I can't wait to see those. So when those come up, like I said, so that's what I'm using in here, and that's the coffee grunge. And I also painted that recipe. I also pinned the recipe that she uses on my comments too. So if you want to use that, you can use that as well. Create your own variation. I do too, because, you know, sometimes I just add that in there. And I like to go over my image too. And I use an inkjet printer, so it shouldn't be too, it shouldn't smear. Yeah, I was telling somebody, because I was telling to my husband, I was like, I need to get some. Have you guys been on the TikTok shop where they got those fake flowers that you just plant? And then I saw Andrea too. She did a little reel where she planted her fake flowers in her piece, her pot. And I was like, man, I need to do that. Now, if you guys want a more even crusty jar, you can come in and layer up your coffee grunge, your Mod Podge, and all that. I do like to add a layer of Mod Podge over this and heat it, because it does add a little grubby factor to it. Okay, so there is our jar so far, you guys, and don't worry about it getting all even, because you know you want those variations and tones. Hello, Donna. How are you? I saw your Afghan girl. That was beautiful. Then I'm going to come in with some heat, you guys. So I just came in with a little bit of heat, and then I got my little piece here, my little dish. I want some cute little dishes like Kimmy though. I gotta pick some of those up. Hello, Pumpkin. How are you, gal? Did you finish your project from yesterday? Hope you finished it. And I'm just gonna add in that. And this is what they call the coffee podge, you guys. Getting my grubby cottage on going on. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and layer that on. You can come in with little sprinkles of your coffee too. But when you put the heat to this Mod Podge, beautiful things happen. Kind of made it a little too runny though. If it's too slick for you and you want to add some granules of coffee, you can. So that is, I'm just using the larger Nesco, whatever. And you can just get some of these and sprinkle them on. You can either fill these with flowers, which you guys know I like. But loving the cloth, you guys. The cloth on the jar. It's just so easier too than painting them. And then we're just gonna come in with our little grubbiness. And I don't want it, like, you can already see them melting in. And then we're just gonna go ahead and apply that heat. Now, if you want more grubby, you can. We're just gonna do a little bit of more of a simple grubby today. Renee is watching. I did change the fabric and it did look so much better. You liked it better? I like the fabric that you had though. All right, you guys. I think that's good for me. Now, remember, take all these techniques, you guys, and do them how you want. You can even do this on wood. You can stain your wood with this. You can like add to your crafts. You can add no labels. I'll show you another jar that I did back here with like a little nest on the top. So all those Prego jars that messes up and they mark Prego on them, go ahead and put your fabric over them. Then you can't even see those. Cringy goodness. Good morning, Beth. How are you? Then we're going to kind of go ahead and help it melt and caramelize. And then that's it, you guys. Hello, Kelly. How are you, gal? Hope you're hanging in there. And if you mind wrinkles, you know, you can iron this, but I don't. I think the little wrinkles add a little something, something. Okay, you guys. And the last thing I like to come in with is some wax. I do add a little wax to mine. You don't have to, it's personal preference. So I'm just gonna come in and I like to add it around the edges. You love it, Jody? Thank you. And I'm just gonna kind of deepen that bottom. And you see how it's just deepening it compared to that one. But if you love that bright look, just leave it like that. You do you, boo-boo. But I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of this grubby wax to it. Especially around here. And you guys know I like to fade in. You guys see how it's just changing it up just a tad. Oh, yes. That's great, Kelly. Yeah, hang in there, girl. Thinking of you, sending hugs and positive vibes your way. Prayers and all that good stuff. You guys, so there is the little jar. If you guys have any more questions on this, just let me know. But there is so many different people who do these grubby techniques too. I'm gonna go over my image because it's a little bit too clean and neat for our jar. Okay, I think that's good. What do you guys think? Good so far? You guys hanging in there with me? You're welcome, Kelly. You're going to try that? So that is that. You guys can go ahead and come in and embellish your piece however you want. Like I said, I made a lid for this. Like, this was in my piece. So if you guys want to, oh goodness, if you guys want to add the lid, you can. But I am going, you guys know I have to come in with some lace. You gotta add some lace. You guys cannot add lace, but I think because of the vintage cottagey mix, I need some lace on here. Oh, my heat tool is not even mixed. It's not even plugged in, you guys. Alrighty. Hello, Julie from Maine. Thank you, Angie. Yeah, welcome in, Julie, she's new here. See, you guys, we will add some little grubbiness to that too, because it's a little bit too, you know. But I wanted to add that. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this on, and then I think we'll go ahead and add a little bow to it. So you guys let me know, should I just do the lid or should we add some flowers? Thank you guys. Thanks for welcoming. Thanks for hanging out with me. I just appreciate it. So you guys let me know. Flower, I don't have any zinnias, but flowers are just the lid. We can even darken our lid up. So do you guys like, I'm gonna grubby up this. You know what, let's just go ahead and do that. I do like the texture of the lace, but it's a little bit, it's like bam in your face. So I'm gonna just grubby that up a little bit, or a lot of it. Welcome, Julie. Everybody's welcoming you. Well, thank you guys. All right, let's go ahead and heat that up. Angie is watching. You love flowers. Hello, Cindy. How are you this morning, girl? You're my boy, Blue. I had to say that, you guys. You guys let me know. Okay, so that looks so much better with the lace, a little grubby, not so much in your face. And we are just gonna tack it with some little bit of hot glue. You can even come in with your fab tack if you want. I mean, your thick and quick will probably work. I'm just gonna add a little bit in the front to, it's not hot enough, you guys. Craft or foul. Tired. Sorry, gal. I need another glue stick. So let's spin in our chair, Dad. Alrighty. So while that heats up, let's go ahead and add some wax to this. It's a little bit too you know, it needs some more color depth. So we're just gonna add this on. So once again, you guys, this is just a wood Hobby Lobby round, and you could probably get these off of Hobby Lobby too, these little knobs. You even have those cute little finial pieces over there that you can grab. I think I like that better. See? Okay, now let's see about this. And this is gonna take a minute to thoroughly dry, so just let it set and dry. If If you want to speed it up, you can use your heat tool. But I'm just going to, after we finish this, we're just going to let it sit and dry. Alright, so I am going to use the lid. I decided. I'm going to use the lid. But I do want to add a little something around the base. And you guys know I need to buy some more of this greenery from Factory Direct. This is Factory Direct, like a faux Sweet Annie. We're going to go ahead and bring that over here on the side. I think we're going to bring it here. What do you guys think? Should it go like on the sides like this, and then we should add the little bow there and it's like draping down? Or should it kind of just go like this? Which way? Well, obviously, maybe we can make this one smaller. I think this way, you guys. I think I'm gonna do the corner. Hello, hello, everybody. It's pretty. Good morning, Tammy Breed. How are you? Okay, so I'm gonna go in the corner, and then we're gonna add a cute little something, something. You like it on the side? You love this so much. Perfect. Hi, Dee. How are you? And then you guys can fill this up with whatever you want, you know? So we're going to get a little bow going on. Let's see. Should we stain some lace? Maybe just a simple kind of bow. Here's this. I don't know if I like that either. I think I'm going to come in with this coffee stain muslin. Now this one's not as dark, but I think it'll add some contrast. And I think with that one, we are going to layer up maybe some of this, this one. Well, let's go ahead and stain some of this too. Okay, so I'm going to get back out my jar. Down, drape it. You win. It's draped. I think it's draped. This is too bright for this project. Alrighty. So you guys, this April we do have Shabby Chic a Shabby Chic train on Crafting with the Hot Mess Express. So make sure you join us and all the amazing crafters on that little page hop event. And then I think I already have events working on all the way until July, so we're good. And then you guys, I'm having co-hosts, so that's just going to help a lot with the page, and that's going to involve more of the community, the crafting community. So if you're not following the Hot Mess, give us a follow over there. Share in your crafting projects with us, and then enjoy some train rides. Okay. Oh, you guys, I got busy talking. So I'm going to go ahead and just loop these. And that's just going to give me different textures in my bow. Hello, the cutest little thing. How are you this morning? All right. So there's the two loopies. We'll see. Let's just trim this off. I'm gonna trim it on the side, and then we'll see how long we want our little, oh, you guys, we're off camera. Our little pieces draping here. I think I'm gonna make this one's a little shorter, and then this one over here a little bit longer. Then all I think I'm gonna add is I'm gonna finish it off with a little button here. So let's see. And then if we have time, I'll go ahead and start the next project. But I just wanted to make sure you guys all had this, because I know I had a lot of questions on the little reel. I think I like this wood one. I think we're gonna go with this wood one here. And then this little piece is done. You can use this to store whatever you want in it. You can even just put, you know, hide some money in there. Hide your coffee money. Get all that laundry money. So there it is, you guys. That's the little jar and the little lid. We're gonna let this thoroughly dry, and I will paint the bottom like a brownish color. I just need the sticky and all that to go away. So we'll go ahead and let this dry. You can also spray this with the sealer if you want over it, just to even seal it up even further. But there is our little jar. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna move it over here. Oh, and then I have this one that I did, and it got cute little foliage on it. It got a little nest and some flowers and everything. Same with that coffee. And this one is that Prego jar too. You can even add a label. See how I didn't add a label to this one? But you can do them no label, with label. But I do like the lidded piece. Okay, you guys. Let's move on to, I'm just gonna flip this over. Thank you so much, Melba, and welcome in. Does that say Melba? Guys, little, yeah, Melba. Okay, you guys. Just gonna try to flip this over, and then we're gonna go ahead and work with our board. So I have this board here. It's already painted green, and it looked like it had something else on the back too. But we are just gonna go ahead and use this beautiful picture here. You guys want this print? Thank you, Andrea. We used all your grubby goodness, and I shot you out and everything. So hopefully people like what they saw. So I'm just gonna start by, let me go ahead and clean my hands. We're probably gonna use some coffee grubby on this one too. Looks good, looking good. So cute. Okay, we're probably gonna do a little bit more primitive cottage here. But I'm just gonna start with this print. And you guys, I got some new recycled papers in. So we'll probably be coming with that pretty soon too. I'll show you guys what I got. And once again, this print is just a free print. You can use it in your craft. You can use it wherever you want. And I'm just gonna go ahead and rip around all this border because I don't want a harsh line or a harsh seam. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. You guys like that sound? One more rip, you guys. Beautiful print, thank you. So how many of you guys like primitive cottage or cottage? Well, if you're here, you probably like some of it. I like to mix it up a little bit. When I add primitive, it's usually with a cottage spin to it, you guys. All right, so here is our piece. Now there is a lot of texture on here as well, but we are just going to add this on. You know what? I want to use this. I just like it. And I'll just get a little bit, my brush out, my grubby brush. So cute. Uh-oh, looks like comments are stopping. Hello, crafty ladybug Lynn. How are you? You love it. Hello, homie. How are you? I see you popped in. Yeah, my comments stopped scrolling, you guys. Okay, so we're just gonna come in and add this. And I'm gonna come in with a little bit of water. I forget I have soap in that water. So there's soap on here. Ay, ay, ay. Oy, oy, oy. And I'm just gonna do the center because that's where I kind of want it more to stick. And then we'll come in with our Mod Podge around the edges. All right, gal. Have a good day. Because one of my things have soap and then one of them doesn't. Like, I'm supposed to clean my brushes as I go. So one has a little bit of soap. I'm gonna kind of work that over the little bumps and doohickeys that are on the piece. And I do like to go around just the edge. The rest of it I kind of just go over with some waxes and stuff. And like I said, we're gonna use that coffee grub and everything on this piece. So you guys can see how you can use it, not just on your, just gonna kind of blend this in a little bit. Not just on your fabrics and stuff, but you can use it on your wood pieces as well. Look how pretty that is already, you guys. Okay. Let me move you guys a little bit closer. Okay, so this is what we got going on. And this is just a little plywood piece. So get out that salvage too, you guys. And we'll go ahead and give this an iron. But like I said, wrinkles kind of add to your piece too. I don't know what I did there. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and layer up my Mod Podge. I do want this green, but I do want bring in some of this rust from our piece here. I should probably iron it first, but I think I'm gonna go over with the iron after. What do you guys think? Should I iron it first? I'm just gonna rub it. Okay, so I'm just gonna come in with my Mod Podge. And then let's just use this. We're gonna stipple in that corner. And then we're just gonna come in with our coffee grounds. I'm gonna sprinkle on that wood. And then just come back in with your Mod Podge and go over that. Okay. So then we got a little crusty piece in the corner. And I get really close with my heat gun. then that's after the heat. And I'm just gonna keep doing that around our piece. Kind of leaving some of that green in there. Maybe even pulling from that top. I'm not gonna put a lot in the centers, but we're just gonna work around our piece. I want more like in that corner area. Once again, this is just that Mod Podge. I have it in this little container. That's what you see me dipping. And just go around your piece. Like I said, I'm gonna go a little that's not the coffee, you guys. I'm gonna go a little heavier in these corners here. And I'm just gonna keep going around. Building texture too with our Mod Podge, you guys. Is everybody just looking now? You guys got quiet. All right, you guys. I think that's good. Then I'm just gonna layer up that Mod Podge back over that. I think my comment stopped, you guys, so. Ribbon Branch Crafts, hello gal, how are you? Oh goodness. All right, let me go back in and out and come back in and see if my comments start scrolling. Okay, I think they're starting to move. So if I missed you, I apologize. My comments are going crazy now. All right, so we're gonna come in with some heat. And bake that in. Then you guys can even come over this transfer piece or the image and kind of just smooth out all that. Okay. So this is what we got so far. Smell it, smell it. I'm gonna go ahead and come in with some of our coffee podge. And we're just gonna kind of use it like a little bit of a stain to deepening our tones and everything around here. You can also come in with waxes, but I'm trying to show you guys like you can use this for other things too. That's what we got. And I think I'm gonna go lightly over that. I'm kind of scared. Yeah, I'm gonna go lightly over the image and just age it up. So it kind of all just blends in together. So you see that? It's not as bright, it's a little bit. Instant coffee, yeah, that's instant coffee. I just got mine off of Amazon. It's Nest Cafe Classico. You guys, so that's what I got. I wanted to add some salvage to this as well. We are going to come in with some wax though. Because, you know, I gotta layer that corner up a little bit more. And I think we're gonna use some of this black wax by Dixie Belle. Gorgeous already, thank you. And I'm just gonna kind of pounce. So you guys see how it's bringing a little bit more color to those corners. I'm just gonna pounce that black wax in there. And it's gonna stick because it's a little tacky right now, and you kind of want that just to help work that in. So there's the corner here, and then without over here. So we're gonna keep doing that. Thank you, Lynn. I'm just gonna pull some of this out so I'm not contaminating my whole piece. And what I like to do with my wax too, you guys, is just add a little heat on it. And it just makes it a little bit more deeper, and it kind of blends in a little bit better. This brush got to go. Those bristles are coming off. You love the print? Yeah, the print is free for you guys, so go ahead and grab it, use it. I like that. You guys remember those old, have you ever again seen like those old cowboy movies, and then they had like the rust, but they also had that little shabby vibe to it? That's kind of like what I like, when you bring in that primitive with the lacy lace and stuff like that, and the pretty pictures. I'm gonna go around the edge and kind of deepen that. And then you kind of can just rub into the print a little bit. So what do you guys think so far? Yay, nay, it's okay. I think it looks like almost like a rusty tile kind of look. That's pretty. Thank you, Tiffany. Okay, you guys. Well, I did have a piece of a salvage, but I don't know what happened to it. Because I wanted to add a little bit of a salvage piece on the base. And I don't know where it went. But what I am gonna do is we're gonna come in with a cute little bow in that corner and kind of drape. So we're gonna just bring in some fabrics here. I'm gonna bring in this one. Let's bring in some coffee stained muslin somewhere. I do have this piece. I don't know. We can use it like a little, you guys, what do you guys think if you make it kind of like a little handle on the side? What do you guys think? Too much? I'm thinking too, like you can even make this into a little house, like a bird house. But anyway, we're just gonna go with the bow. Let's just go with the bow. You love it? Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Okay. I'm gonna bring these in. And I think I want like another, maybe we have some like, oh, you know what I do have? Some plaid green. That's what I'm gonna do. Beautiful. So we're gonna come in with a little bit of this plaid too. Okay. Just gonna trim a little piece of this And we're gonna incorporate it in the bow. It's beautiful. Thank you. Oh, wow. I don't know how many yards that is. Okay, you guys, so I got a piece of that plaid little green that's gonna bring in like that cottagey vibe too. So I think I'm just gonna loop it all three together. So let me move this real quick. Should give it a little dry too. So I'm just gonna loop it like this. I think we could go twice. Oh no, can't go twice. Let me start a little bit shorter on this end. And I'm just gonna loop, you guys. I think we can go twice now. There we go. So it's kind of like a little shabby cottage bow. What do you guys think? Let's see how it looks. I think it's a little bit too big. So let's try it again. Until we get it. All right. First of all, let me go ahead and add these. And we can also add coffee grubbiness to this too if it's too bright. Let me see. Kind of made it a little bit shorter. So let's tie that. I think that'll be better. I'm just gonna get this one down here because I'm for sure this one's too long. Okay, and then I'm gonna go around twice. Just makes it tighter. Then I'm gonna tie it in the back. And you guys need to let me know, should we grubby this up? Or you think that one little fabric is grubby enough? Oh goodness. Okay. This one's like tied there. Then I'm just gonna trim. All right, you guys. Let's add the little bow in the corner, and then of course we're gonna have to let this really dry. Then we'll go ahead and add a little button, I guess, in the center. Oh, let's come in with our little bit of greenery. Let's use this up, you guys. Do you guys know if the factory direct greenery is still in play? Like, is it there? We're gonna add some of this under the bow. And I like to put it on both sides and then just tuck it in there. Because listen, look at, this is all I got left. You love the cottage shabby bow? Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and tuck this one down here. This is gonna take a minute for everything to dry. So once it's really set, I'll go ahead and post it. Alrighty. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and finish it off with a button, but I think it needs to be, oh, you know what? We have two, you guys. We have these. Do you think it needs some pearls? I'm asking if it needs them. You guys know I'm gonna add them. Oh, goodness. I don't know what's wrong with me. All right, I'm gonna add those in there just because it gives you that little, you know, that more of that cottagey, shabby, primitive vibe I like. I just got that all tangled up. Okay, you guys, this is what we got so far. And then I'm gonna finish it off with a little bow, a little button. Oh, keep adding stuff because now I found some keys. Let's add a key too, you guys. I'm just gonna add it, like pin it to one of the fabric pieces. Pearls are always needed, exactly. Christy, exactly. We're gonna add a little key here too. Go ahead and add a little bit of glue to that back. And then, you guys, I think I'm going to finish it off with a little button in the center. You guys let me know. Does this fabric need a little bit of grubby to it? Oh, cameo. Do we have a cameo? I don't think I do. Cameo, guys, let's see. I don't have a cameo, but I have this. We can add. What do you guys think about adding one of these? Should we add this or not? We can put a little picture in there. It doesn't. You know what? We can drape this too. Let's go ahead and drape this. I'm gonna drape this down. Let's do that. I think it look kind of weird at the top. You're late. You're okay. Welcome in, Krisha. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of drape that there too. And maybe you guys want to add a little bird pic to something like that. And I like to glue these so that they land where I want onto the fabric pieces. Okay, so now we're gonna come in with the button. Changed it all up on you guys. Okay, I think I have like a pearly kind of style button. I can go right there. But it looks like I do not, so we're just gonna come in with the button. You like that one? I draped it. I hope that's okay. Okay, and let's just come in with a button. I think the brown, the darker button will bring in like the brown from everything. So we'll go with that dark button. So we got a little cottage, a little shabby, a little primitive going on in this whole piece, you guys. And I think it's a cutie little piece. See you guys. Oh, no worries, gal. So I think this is the finished look, you guys. What do you think? And then, you know, I don't know if our jar really goes with it, but you can just put your little jar. So those are the pieces that we created today. I showed you guys how to redo the jar. We added some little lids and stuff to that. And then this is our little cottage primitive vibe going on. And all we did, you guys, was use that coffee grubbiness, goodness, and some coffee grounds to just put it all together. Let me go ahead and add this over there, you guys, and we'll give you a close-up. Let's give you a close-up of that one. Alrighty, let me flip you. Oh, dizzy much. All right, you guys, here it is. Remember that print you guys can get off my page. I will go ahead and put that under the pic once I share that out. Thank you, Casey. See, this is the grubbiness cook that we cooked in there. The lid, Kim, I'll show you right now, gal, because it's very easy. Okay, you guys, don't forget to send me up those hearts, because you know that algorithm looks all that responding and just helps your page grow, just helps the people you love to watch when you engage. So just keep that engagement going, you guys. Hearts, loves, everything, share. I don't know what's going on with my stand. Okay. My little snow angel. This is just a wood round from Hobby Lobby. See how it is? You guys see these everywhere. You can get them ribbed, not ribbed. I think Michael's has the thicker ones that doesn't have the ribbing on it. And all I did was I flipped this upside down. Are you going to put the version up again? I missed it. What version? And then all I did was just nail in one of these knobs you can get on Amazon. So just flip that little wood round over, and it so happened to fit perfectly in this jar. So we're gonna let these thoroughly dry. My surface was just a salvage piece of wood. It was just a salvage piece of plywood that I had laying around that I already had painted and played around with textures and stuff. So that was the wood piece. And let me see. It was just plywood. Let me show you. It was like this, just a piece of plywood just in my stash. And you know, sometimes my husband brings me little pieces like that from work if he finds it. So that, you can also find some cute surfaces at Hobby Lobby, just wood squares would work at Home Depot. Should be up in 30 days. You're welcome. Video. The video that I did earlier with the other bottle is out. So you can see that, and I put all the links on the bottom. You're welcome, Tammy. Other than that, you guys, do you have any other questions for me? If you're not shopping the boutique and you want to shop the boutique, just go ahead and follow that group page at Emily's Upcycle Boutique to shop all the items. That's where I post my stuff for sale. All you do is mark sold in those comments and send me out your email and address if you're new, and I give you send you out an invoice, and you just put sold, and if you see a sold, that means that item's already gone. Oh, this one is alive, Mary, so you can go ahead and watch the replay. Just put, you know, once this is done, you can go back and watch all the replay, Mary. All right, you guys. Oh, Hot Mess Express is bringing in some new events coming your way, so make sure we have one in this month. So we have a Shabby event coming up. Page Hop. Yeah, it's sent out, Deanna. It was sent out. So I'm all caught up on shipping, except if you haven't made that payment, your package is still here, but everybody else's went out. Other than that, you guys, thank you guys all so much for joining me. Don't forget to come back tomorrow and we'll do some crafting. I think I have some boxes back here that I think we might do. Let's do some little cottage kind of boxes. So we'll see that. You know, it might change. But thank you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys all on the next one. Bye, friends.